you really make a concerted effort to support the younger musician. It's not just like you're finding yourself in these environments, but also you're actively supporting younger musicians in bringing their careers up or working with them. Why do you do that? Is that something that you feel is kind of like passing the torch on to the next generation from what you've done? I just noticed that was something very unique about you.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. That's very nice of you to notice. It's not a by design kind of a thing. It's not something that I have a plan to do. It's just sometimes those things kind of fall into my lap more than anything because people know that I like to collaborate, and that is something that is a primary it's a primary goal for me as a musician is to collaborate because I know me, and I probably have like the same 17 tired licks that I play on everything. And if left to my own devices, if I didn't collaborate, I'd probably just keep doing the same shit over and over and over again. Because that's just, I mean, a lot of us are like that. We do what we do. Mm-hmm. But collaboration in and of itself is kind of like it's an airtight possibility that you can jump off of your little pad and find another pad with somebody else to see where they can pull you to some place that you didn't even know possible. And I've seen that so many times in my life of working with other musicians, young and old, that have inspired me musically. So that, and I will, I'll listen to something or I'll see something that I did in a concert working with somebody else, and I was like, well, where did that come from? Well, it wouldn't have come from my own vocabulary because it wasn't at the top. It wasn't in the top of my vocabulary words that I use, but it was in there somewhere. But it required somebody else to kind of pull it out of me, and that's what collaboration is for me, is a chance for me to learn other aspects of my musicality that are not at the surface. So like those kids in Indonesia that I think you're talking about, these were street musicians that had never gotten on an airplane before, and they lived in a city called Bandung, which is and I love to travel. This is like part of my mission in life, is to travel as much as possible. I love traveling and working with other cultures musically and food, and just it's like the best thing in life is to travel and see how other people live. And so the promoter of that festival reached out to me and said, there's this band that's a street group. They're basically homeless. They live in a shelter. They've been abandoned by their families. They have no money, but they are huge fans of yours. And we saw them playing one of your songs on the street. And we asked them if we asked Dave Koz, would you to come and be guests in his performance at the Java Jazz Festival, would you come? And they were like, yes, okay. So they asked me, would you be interested? And they sent me the video, and I saw these kids, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? This is amazing. And so we met the day of the show at Soundcheck. We ran it. They were unbelievable. That was the first time they'd ever been to Jakarta, the first time they'd ever been on a plane, the first time that they'd ever been at a festival, first time they ever stayed at a hotel. So they were completely geeked about this whole experience. And it shows in that performance because you can just feel the heart. And as I know it was a great experience for them, but it was an even better experience for me. Absolutely.
I mean, that came across in the video. I mean, both the energy from you guys when you guys were trading solos to just how you let them open up the whole performance and you just sat back after introducing them and just let them do their thing. I mean, those are the kinds of things that spoke to me.